So, what can you tell us about the story going all these years back in Third Infantry Division?
Oh wow. Well, we have been around the block or two, or a decade or two, I should say. Started July 4th of 2003. As our history chart has always said. Um, I am the oldest one here, oldest standing time in service with the unit, and I enlisted in 2006. But so the unit was 3 years old by the time I came along to it. But back then, we had our founding members, which was a Lieutenant Colonel Toby and a Major Matthews, which are just friends, gaming buddies, that started the unit playing America's Army and Day of Defeat back then. So America's Army was a game that we had for boy a decade and a half in our unit. It was produced by I should say developed by the U.S. Army. Back then in 2003, it was used as a recruiting tool. Was the kind of the whole point of it. To draw people in. We were in the height of just kicking off. Started in 2001 the game, kicking off obviously Afghanistan and then Iraq. We finally invaded that in '03. But then yeah, throughout the history, as I said, I enlisted in '06. We've played. Uh, we continued obviously with America's Army. We shut down Day Defeat sooner or later. We picked up Battlefield. I know we've played that throughout our history. Got into Arma 2, Operation Arrowhead. And then obviously when it launched to 3 in September of 2013, we went along with it. All at the same time, grew, opened a Bravo company to a couple times throughout our history, and went battalion level a couple times. So at one point, I was lieutenant colonel a few times, back down to captain, up to major. I think in total time in service I think boy, I want to say in like '08 or '09 is when I finally became like the first captain stint. Uh, and then back and forth as a major to lieutenant colonel a few times as we grew, shrunk. The lifespan of a milsim unit.
Yeah.
But currently, right now, today we support just Arma 3, with the hopes of we're looking into other options, whether that's Reforger, Squad, an up and coming game that's being released or something like that. We're always looking at those opportunities.